Charlie was only a young 31-year-old. He had a wife and 2 children. He stood for truths that he believed in. He was not a pastor. He didn't carry any title, prophet, evangelist, apostle, but everything in the heavens and the earth bears witness with the fact that he fought the good fight of faith. Listen, they did the same to Jesus. What happened? They did the same to all the apostles. What happened next? How foolish can this world be? How foolish can this world be? So now they think they shut him up. They think his blood will not cry out. They think if they can silence him, the earth will not cry out. But as we all know, the wisdom of God has always been hidden in man's foolishness. Why are they scared? Why did they have to shut him out? This is proof that all he stood for was the truth. The world never knew that you can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it abides alone. Charlie was a seed, and by taking him down, 1,000 more voices have just been unlocked. Christians all over the world, listen, this is a hit on all of us. And if we are truly convinced about the message that God has put in our lips, we must now go out there and keep the flag of truth flying. Christians worldwide, the time is here again when we will be martyred for the truth that we stand for, and we will gladly stand regardless. Listen to what was said about the Christians of old in this video.
One of the books that I'm currently reading right now is a little book called Christians to the Lions. This book called Christians to the Lions is a collection of pagan writings about Christians. There were pagans in the days of the early church. Of course, you know what pagans are now, people that are not Christians, that did not believe in the God of the Christians. There were pagans in the days of the early church that sort of observed the lives of the Christians in that time and wrote their observation. There's this particular piece from this man whose name was Suetonius. This man called Suetonius wrote this thing about Christians. He said, "These deluded creatures you see have persuaded themselves that they are immortal and will live forever, which explains the contempt of death and willing self-sacrifice so common among them." I'll read everything then explain what he's saying. "It was impressed on them too by their lawgiver that from the moment they are converted, deny the gods of Greece, worship the crucified sage, and live after his laws, they are all brothers. They take his instructions completely on faith, with the result that they despise all worldly goods." So this pagan guy observed these Christians and noticed that there was something weird about them. Like, these guys believe that they are immortals and will live eternally. And because of that belief that they have, he says that they held death in contempt. You know what that means? They stared death in the face and said, "Do your worst. You can only take the body, but I will live eternally."
When you kill us, you make us alive. So we choose death, because in death we find life. They thought they silenced one voice, but they just awakened 1,000 more.